You achieve your dreams, you're going to be so successful and happy. That's a lie. I was a miserable addict, depressed, alcoholic, loser, trapped in a rock star life with excess. I had millions of dollars in the bank, but I lost myself. Being at the top was crazy though. I mean, we toured with everybody. Korn, I don't know how, but we crossed over. We became friends with like Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube and all these other bands. A lot of cool stories like that, but then it was just like drink every day, and then cocaine started creeping in. And so it was a mixture of like, we didn't really know who we wanted to be. Sometimes we chase that pleasure because we don't know anything else. When I got sober, when I would have periods of sobriety, a dark cloud of depression would come over me. And I felt like I didn't want to be alive. So what would take it away temporarily was the drugs or the alcohol. And I became massively addicted. It started with cocaine and pills. And we could get pills like nothing. Like we'd call rock doctors. Well, what's wrong? Well, I'm just, I'm depressed and I have a massive anxiety. Okay, here's 50 Xanax. I lost my marriage. I was losing my daughter, just that connection, because I was a zombie walking around, and I got so desperate. I was so just lost in my own mind. I was a shell of a person. I felt like a skeleton walking around, and I had nothing valuable inside. It was darkness, it was depression, and it was thoughts of suicide. Like my daughter would be better off. And as a last resort, I was a mess of a person. I had depression. I had all this stuff going on. I had addictions, but I was this like entrepreneur, and I loved to make money, and I loved to grow the money that I made with music with stocks and bonds and real estate. And my real estate partners actually were the ones that brought me to church. I didn't want to go because, you think of Christians. The reason why Ned Flanders was on The Simpsons back then was because they were mocking the picture of Christianity, right? Now this pastor gives up. He's in jeans. He's just normal. He talked about Jesus, how he changed his life, how he was an alcoholic. He abused his wife. He damaged her physically. So when he hurt his wife, he just dropped to his knees and said, Jesus, I will give you every day of my life if you restore my marriage. Bring her back to me. I will give you my life. Anything you want me to do. He restored his life. And I was just like, man, if this is real, I want it. And so I went home and I started seeking God. I started praying. I hadn't been a Christian my whole life, but that pastor, okay, what did the pastor say? Okay, he said, pour your heart out to Jesus. Okay, I'm just going to be real. Lord, I am a drug addict. I am a horrible father. I am messing up everything in my life. I have millions of dollars. That's the only success I have. Everything else that means something is a failure. Give me a life. Give that child in there a father. I just poured out my heart. Something in me just said, be real with God. And I went for it. And then things started to happen. I started having signs. Jesus became so real to me as comfort, as kindness, as blessings, as ultimate forgiveness. You don't even know the stuff that I did behind closed doors that I would probably be in jail if somebody found out. He led me to face so many fears in my life. He led me to face my ugly depression head on. I got through, and I'm stronger than I've ever been. I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have Christ to face